So just before this video starts, I urge you to check out a link in the description. It's a video by another career mode YouTuber called Sparring DK. He got 30 career mode YouTubers together to discuss what they would like to see in FIFA 17 in 30 seconds. I urge you to check it out. It's a very unique idea. I'm in it. There's loads of other amazing career mode YouTubers in it. So go and check it out in the description, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you episode number 3 of our Wigan Athletic Road to Glory career mode here on FIFA 16, and today we have got 3 more games for you. 1 will be played and 2 will be simmed. I know you guys are maybe slightly disappointed I'm having to sim games. I am going to have to just to get through the series, but after today I'll probably be playing 2 games per episode and simming 3, so we will get through things very quickly. It's just whilst we're in the transfer window that we'll be doing slightly less games per episode, but once the transfer window ends, you'll be seeing 5 games per episode in some form or another. Today, though, we are playing a Capital One Cup second round tie and 2 Barclays Premier League games. You've also seen me sell Juan Carlos Garcia, who's a fairly unneeded left back, in all honesty. I know he might be used in real life or something, but we're not going to use him too much, in all honesty. And you now see the lineup for the first game of today's episode, which is a sim away from home against Gillingham, who are in the playoffs. You can see UC Askelainen in goal, Borthwick, Jackson, Barnett, Pearce and James at the back. Perkins, Power and Jacobs are our midfield, so no Morsley for this game. And then it's Wildschut, Grigg and our new signing Mikael Dooland up front. And talking about new signings, we'll have to look and see which new signing you guys will be choosing a little bit later on. But in this game against Gillingham in the league, we are at 1-1 at the moment. We did go 1-0 down thanks to Donnelly's goal for Gillingham, but Will Grigg has managed to get us an equaliser, and that is how the game ends in the 90th minute. We do take a 1-1 draw, not bad against the team also fighting for promotion in the very early stages of the season. Perkins coming into the side there for Sam Morsey. He's the older player in the squad, he's about 33, and he can play across the whole of central midfield really. But anyway, moving on from that game, and I sort of alluded to it a moment ago, it's transfers. I gave you guys the decision of which central midfielder we should be looking at, and you guys chose in the end Bartosz Kapustka of Cracovia. And as you can see, some bids were rejected, accepted for the other players, but we're going to focus on Kapustka. Unfortunately, he decided to decline our contract offer in the first sense for him, so we're going to go ahead and make a better contract offer for him of £8,000 per week, which I think will probably make him the highest paid player in the entire squad. Crucial first team player, 4-year contract length, 10% bonus per goal, 8,500 in terms of wages because he said he wanted more money. However, you guys decided you wanted to see him signed, so I went ahead and of course broke the bank for him. He accepted that second contract offer, and we are going to go ahead and sign the young and very promising, it has to be said, Polish attacking midfielder. 69 overall, 18 years of age, and he becomes our second major signing of this transfer window, along with Mikael Dooland. However, we have also signed James Bree permanently, and we've also brought in both the Manchester United youngsters Cameron Borthwick Jackson and also Marcus Rashford. So there you can see the 5th signing officially of this transfer window is Bartosz Kapustka. You'll have seen the votes either now or earlier when I was talking about it in the past. And you guys definitely decided you wanted to see this guy. It was I think he got about 3 times the votes of his nearest challenger, so we'll have to see whether he comes in and performs instantly as a central midfielder, because we're going to be playing the next game of this episode. It's going to be a Capital One Cup tie against Southend United. As you can see though, after that transfer we've got £2.4 million in the bank and 17k in wages. So given that we've only got to sign 2 more players and 1 will probably be on loan, we've got quite a lot of money, to be honest with you, in terms of doing that. As you can see though, we are playing Southend though in this next cup tie in the Capital One Cup, but in the league they are actually top of the division. They are top of League One, so this is by no means going to be an easy game. Obviously, we are in League One, Southend are in League One, and they're top of League One. So this is going to be the creme de la creme of the division we are in, and we're playing them in the Cup, for crying out loud. Here you can see the squad though in the background, and Bartosz Kapustka makes his debut. James Bree also makes his first starts for the club, and Morsey is back in for Perkins. As you can see, Pearce there, the Wigan original centre-back, has won the ball back and given it to Kapustka, who's trying to run the show very early on. He finds Yannick Wildschut, and now Grigg is away and clean through, and after 10 minutes, Will Grigg has scored. The striker, the man that we are hoping will be the prolific goal scorer. He is in real life, and we are hoping he will do the damage here in League One. He's our number 9. he's the one who's going to be getting the most goals, hopefully. Anyway, as you can see though, after 23 minutes, Jussi Jääskeläinen's called into action as Southend go forward trying to get an equaliser from the resulting corner. It's swung in there by Leonard, finding Noel Hunt, the ex-Reading striker when Reading were back in the Premier League. And Noel Hunt has scored after 24 minutes. And our lead that was given to us by Will Grigg, set up by Kapustka and also by Vilcek, has been cancelled out. And you've got to blame Sam Morsey there at the near post. He should be doing a lot better there. He's on the post. He should be blocking that. As you can see, Morsey has managed to find James Bree, the right back. He forces the save out of the goalkeeper and it falls for Will Grigg to get his second goal of the game. But you've got to wonder why our new signing from Barnsley, the 59 overall right back James Bree, found himself in the penalty area. I reckon this guy could be the Bruno Perez of this series, the right back that you just find in the most random of situations, and he set up a goal here. He set up our second goal of the game, and at half-time we lead 2-1 thanks to a brace from Will Grigg. Max Power there trying to make it 3, but a good save from David Bentley in the Southend goal. We're trying to make it 3 still. Vilcek into the box for Will Grigg, who I wasn't even controlling, and he hits the post. Unfortunately, we do not make it 3-1, but now Kapustka, who's been running the game on his debut with a lovely cut inside and forcing a great save out of the goalkeeper, but still we're missing all our chances. We're not scoring when we're on top, and now Southend are going forward, and with a lovely well-worked goal they have found the equaliser with 10 minutes to go through their right back. Actually, his name's White. I don't know what his first name is. I think it's John. I think it's going to come up. Standard English name. There you go, John White. Just your typical Football League name, but nevertheless he equalised to make it 2-2, and because it's the Capital One Cup, we're not going to get a replay. We're going to go straight to extra time, and if we're still drawing after that, it will be penalties. So into the second minute of extra time, and Yannick Vilcek has pressurised the Southend defender. He's found Will Grigg, who's on his hat-trick, and after just 3 episodes we've already seen a striker score a hat-trick, and it is Will Grigg. We're going forward again. Haris Vučkić trying to play through James Bree, but it's a good save from the goalkeeper. But Will Grigg, the hero of the day, set up by some fantastic pressing from Vilcek. We lead 3-2. He passed the ball across the box, but it was still a lovely finish from James Bree to find the corner and get the ball past the Southend goalkeeper. Nevertheless, on the edge of half-time of extra time, James Bree, the right back of all people, swings the ball into the box. It's the save from the header, but Perkins is there to convert. He's come off the bench, I think, for Max Power, and he's there with the diving header after the Southend goalkeeper does not do the greatest jobs of clearing it away. James Bree's going forward again. That is a lovely fake from Tim Chow. He finds Kapustka, who then plays it forward for Will Grigg, and we were leading 4-2, but after an absolutely sensational goal, we now lead 5-2, and Will Grigg has scored 4 goals. Look at that, oh my word, that is naughty from Tim Chow. That flipping fake is absolutely amazing, lets it run across his body, then finds Kapustka, who's honestly has been incredible on his debut. He's absolutely run the show. He finds Grigg, who's not even my man of the match after scoring 4 goals. And despite scoring an absolute screamer of his own, Southend have gone forward and done exactly the same. And in this crazy game, it is now 5-3. I think it's nothing but a consolation goal for McLaughlin, Stephen McLaughlin, and Southend in general. But what a goal it is. But I still can't get over that. Oh man, that sort of fake thing from Tim Chow. Or the dummy from Tim Chow to set up that goal. Then Kapustka finding Grigg, who gets his 4th goal of the game. Tim Chow almost gets a fortunate goal and almost gets our 6th of the game. But it does end 5-3 away from home at Southend Stadium in the second round of the Capital One Cup. And if all these games, all the played games, are going to end up like that, then I am very much looking forward to the remainder of this series. Will Grigg, unsurprisingly, gets man of the match after scoring 4 of our 5 goals. I called him out. I want him to be prolific. I want him to be our main striker, certainly in this division and probably in the Championship as well. And he scored 4 goals. Absolutely amazing. Kapustka absolutely ran the show. He was fantastic on his debut. And James Bree, The right back, who's being trained at the moment, was absolutely fantastic as well. As a result of their good performances, Kapustka and Bree are now being trained. You saw Borthwick Jackson being trained in the first instalment of training, but you guys told me in the comments section that you don't want to see the loanees being trained because they're technically not our players. I understand that. I'd just get Borthwick Jackson a little bit of a boost, but now we're giving Kapustka some training because you guys raised a very good point in the comments section. Nevertheless, you can see the starting lineup in the background there for the next sim game, the final game of today's episode. And we are playing Barnsley at home, and after Will Grigg scored 4 goals in the Capital One Cup, we are looking for him to step up and, well, maybe not do the same, obviously that would be a bit of a miracle, especially in a sim game, but certainly get a goal, get himself on the score sheet, and prove to us he's going to be like this all season long. Now, Barnsley actually took an early lead through Winnall in the 2nd minute, but Mikael Dooland, our left midfielder that we signed from Midtjylland last episode, has scored again in a sim. This is his 3rd or 4th goal now in a sim. We haven't seen him do a whole lot in played games, but he scored again in this one. Will Grigg has now made it 2-1, so he has answered our questions, and he has got another goal, and now Mikael Dooland has scored again. He's got a brace. Will Grigg with another. Lloyd Isgrove on loan from Southampton got a consolation, and but unfortunately for Barnsley, it was not enough, and James Bree's old team fall victim once again to Wigan. I think we beat them actually earlier on in the season already. But nevertheless, very good win there, 3-2 win at home in the league. You'll have seen the starting 11 in the background. It was pretty much the same as the one we put out, apart from Borthwick Jackson was in at right back instead of James Bree. Moving on from games though, and we're now looking at youth scouting. This is the first time we've got our youth scouts back with some players, and obviously in this series, in this series, youth scouting is going to be a lot more important than it is in Leicester career. And as you can see in this Swedish scout report, after getting nothing back from England, Philip Walden, Martin Bowman and Per Hallingstrom are all very good, all with a highest potential of 94. We're going to put Walden straight into the youth academy, and we're going to do the same with Bowman. We're going to reject the other guy, and then Per Halmig, whatever his name, the last guy, we're going to continue scouting him because his current overall was quite low, and we're going to leave it just 1 more month and see whether he ends up being all that good. But already it's looking like we could end up with 3 Swedish players in the youth academy and potentially end up promoting them soon. In worse news, when it comes to looking for a backup striker, I asked you guys to drop those in the comments section last time. Some of your suggestions and some of the people that I was looking at have recently signed for new teams, and that's all 4 players you just saw the inquiry responses for. They weren't going to be allowed to leave, so we've had some bad luck there, unfortunately. We are going to need another striker. We're not going to survive with just Will Grigg and Marcus Rashford. We need to bring in another striker. We're looking at David Kovnatski, who's another Polish player. We've already signed Kapustka, but we could end up with another Polish player on our books. That is David Kovnatski of Lech Poznan. We're also looking at this guy, Yunus Marzuk, I'm going to call him because I don't know how to pronounce Banu. So I'm just going to call him Yunus Marzuk of Juventus. He's a striker. And then we've also got Sander Svensson. Now, I understand a lot of you guys may not know these players, so in the description there will be their FIFA profiles, making a 700k bid for Sander Svensson, made a 450k bid for Marzuk, and I think a 650k bid for David Kovnatski, something along the lines of that. And although we haven't got those deals sewn up, what I would like you to do in the description, there will be a straw poll. I know you guys are going to know what I'm about to say, but it will decide on which player we should look at. They're not going to be, a starting 11 player, because Will Grigg is our starting 11 player at the moment because he's in mega form, scoring 4 in that cup game and again in the league as well against Barnsley. He is absolutely on fire at the moment, and I'm looking forward to using him in future episodes. So it's someone to back up Will Grigg. Marcus Rashford will play as well. But yes, in the description there'll be a straw poll asking you whether you want me to sign Marzuk, Svensson or Kovnatski. Now, on top of their overall, their potential, you've also got to look at their price. We've still got 1.6 million or something left in the bank, but I do want to have some money left over, so try and balance how much they're worth with their potential, with their current overall, all that sort of good stuff, and then come to your decision. In the background you can see the table after today's episode, only 4 games played. We are third though at the moment, so a very good start to proceedings, and currently unbeaten in the league and in the cup. We were beaten in pre-season, but in terms of competitive games, we are still unbeaten as Wigan Athletic manager, but sitting behind Southend United and Peterborough in the league. But at least we got the satisfaction of knocking Southend out of the Capital One Cup in the second round in that incredible 5-3 win where Will Grigg scored 4. Our new signing Kapustka absolutely ran the show. You guys have done a fantastic job in voting for him, in signing him. That's all on you guys, so well done for that. Hopefully you can continue with those amazing performances in future. If you did enjoy this video though, feel free to hit the likes button, subscribe if you're new around here as well, and comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
No, that's not me. Act like a waste man.